Hey, sports fans. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody had a good week. A little all-star game for some baseball. World Cup final today. Yeah, so plenty of sports going on. I guess NBA Summer League, if you're into that. Get to see some of the young guys, see what there may or may not be in the upcoming season. Anyway, a little bit better week this week. I did include Saturday, which I usually don't, but thought I'd just throw them in since we're getting this late on Sunday. 15 returns for you this week, so let's go ahead and get started. First one I have is coming out of Greensboro, North Carolina. Everybody knows what the North Carolina ones tend to mean that tune into my video. The 91 Max. So, unusual one here. I guess anybody that follows NASCAR, it's probably not unusual. Mr. Elton Sauer and Patty Moyes are married. Both former NASCAR drivers. First time I've ever sent two separate autograph requests to the same address. Patty drove in 5 Winston Cup Series races and 130 plus Busch Series races, and Elton raced in 29 Cup Series races as well as just under 400 Busch Series races. He had 2 wins in the Busch Series. Like I said, both former drivers and a married couple in NASCAR. So that was 2 of 2, no fee, in 49 days. The next one I have is coming out of Charlotte, North Carolina. So we will just throw down some more 91 Max. Mr. Bobby Dotter. As a lot of these NASCAR drivers do. Try to get out of the light there. Hooked me up with a little extra. And he wrote, a win at the Motor Mile in the Busch race in 1992 was very special. Mr. Dotter's a former NASCAR driver, 42 top 10 Busch Series finishes with 1 victory, as he noted on this card. He also had 70 plus races in the Truck Series, and that was 1 of 1, no fee in 30 days. The next one I have is coming out of Daniels, New Jersey, and first one in a while, a new addition to the 92 game day, Mr. Tony Woods. Tony Woods played from 87 to 96 with the Seahawks, Rams, and Redskins. He was a standout college player at Pitt, a consensus All-American, and a 2-time All-East linebacker. Had a solid NFL career as well, and that was 1 of 1, no fee, in 60 days. The next one I have is coming out of Orlando, Florida, and my first favorite set, but another one of my set collections with the Golden Beauties here, Mr. Lenny Harris on the 91 Fleer. Lenny Harris played from 1988 to 2005 for 9 MLB teams, including a short time with my Cubbies. And in that same year, he played for the Marlins, where they won the World Series, but that's something we don't need to talk about. He's best known for having the most pinch hits in MLB history. That was 1 of 1 in 28 days. The next one I have is coming out of Little Rock, Arkansas. And this dude has been out for a minute. This was the set that got me back into TTM. Mr. Joe Klein on some Skybox. I have a lot of these as well. They're really hard to see with the backdrop, but they paired well with the other Skybox. Most players are in both. So a nice little 3 of 3 for Mr. Joe Klein. He also answered a few questions. As I said, this one is very old. I used to send some questionnaires with them, and my question for him was, what was your favorite arena to play in? And he said, Old Chicago Stadium. And I asked, who was your toughest teammate? And he said, Larry Bird. Joe Klein played from 1985 to 2000 with 7 NBA teams, winning a championship with the Bulls, as well as an Olympic gold medalist. And that was 3 of 3, no fee, And I don't really know how many days. It was last year, so I'm going to say well over 300 days. The next one I have is coming out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And, surprise, surprise, some more 91 Max to add to the stack. Mr. Jimmy Maker. He's a former crew chief for Rusty Wallace, Dale Jarrett, and Bobby Labonte. He was a 93 Daytona 500 winning crew chief, as well as the 2000 Winston Cup Series champion. And that was one of one, no fee, in 46 days. The next one I have is coming out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm sure nobody can guess. Some more NASCAR. 91 Max, Joe Nemechek. And a little bonus, Joe Nemechek. I did not send this. Joe Nemechek is an American stock car driver. He's the 1992 Busch Series champion. He has the third most races started in history among many series. He had over 1,000 races in those multiple series. That was 2 of 1, no fee, in 45 days. The next one I have is coming out of Orlando, Florida. And some more Golden Beauty, Mr. Randy O'Neal. And the sticker card. Dual signed now. Originally, when I would send out the 91 Fleer, if I couldn't quickly find another card of that player, I would send these sticker cards. So I have a few with multiple signatures, so they look nice, show the signature as well. Randy O'Neal played from 84 to 1990 with 5 MLB teams. He had a career 4.3 ERA with 248 strikeouts with a 17-19 record. And that was 2 of 2, no fee, in 247 days. The next one I have is coming out of Greensboro, North Carolina. Guess we just need to throw some 91 Max on this side of the table. Mr. Darrell Bryant. Darrell Bryant is a former NASCAR driver and crew chief. No notable wins as a driver. He was a crew chief for Terry Labonte and Lake Speed, as well as the former late Tony Roper. He did not continue as a crew chief after the death of Tony Roper during a race. And that was 1 of 1, no fee, in 20 days. The next one I have is coming from Parts Unknown and a stamp we will be able to reuse. However, I'm guessing it's from North Carolina and Mr. Chuck Bone. Mr. Chuck Bone is a former NASCAR driver with multiple top 10 finishes in the Cup Series and 11 victories in the Busch Series. And that was 1 of 1, no fee, in 42 days. The next one I have is also coming from Parts Unknown and a stamp I will reuse. Mr. Walt Williams. Pretty cool that he signs these up and down. And my love for the tall cards does not end with just the 92 game day. This is a 93-94 NBA Jam session. And this one is my favorite to get signed when I can. I have this with Alonzo Mourning as well. Mr. Walt Williams played from 1992 to 2003 with 6 NBA teams. He is a former second-team All-Rookie in the NBA in 1993. And he was a stud at Maryland at college, where he was a first-team All-ACC and a consensus All-American second-teamer. And that was 3 of 3, no fee, in 22 days. The next one I have is coming out of, very hard to read, but I believe it says Baltimore, Maryland. Mr. Quadre Ishmael. 3, of course, he just signs Missile, like his brother. Doesn't tend to sign his name either. Turned out pretty good for these glossy cards, however. Mr. Quadre Ishmael played from 93 to 02 with 6 NFL teams. He was a Super Bowl champion as well as a stud college player, where he was a first and second team All-East member and a first team All-American while at Syracuse. That was 3 of 3, no fee in 21 days. Next one I have is coming out of San Bernardino, California. And we have Mr. Greg Harris. Greg A. Harris, for anybody that is trying to send out to both Greg Harrises that pitched while in the league. This is one of the sets that I may or may not be trying to work on now. As many of you know, I'm a set collector. I don't know why I just can't send out multiples all the time. He also hooked me up with some index cards, so that was a nice return from Mr. Greg Harris. He played from 1981 to 1995 with 8 MLB teams, had a career 3.6 ERA with over 1,100 strikeouts, had a 74.90 career record. Hard to believe with a decent ERA and the strikeouts like that. Just happened to be some of the teams that he was on, unfortunately. That was 5 of 3, no fee, in 17 days. And the next one I have is coming out of Blue Diamond, Nevada. Anybody in this TTM game knows who is in Blue Diamond. Mr. Greg Jeffries, sent to Mike McGuire, but a nice addition to the Golden Beauties. As I mentioned, that was sent to Mike McGuire, who handles many of the MLB players, including Greg Jeffries, Ozzie, and Jose Canseco, and others. Greg Jeffries played from 1987 to 2000 with 6 MLB teams. He's a 2-time All-Star with a career .289 average, 126 home runs, and 663 RBIs. And that's one of one $12 fee in 21 days. And the last one I have is coming out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Just going to keep adding to the max set. Mr. Dennis Conner is a veteran crew chief. The majority of his career was in the Truck Series. He was the crew chief for Jack Sprague, who had won 25 races along with 3 series championships in the Truck Series. And that was one of one, no fee, in 20 days. And that is all I have for you. The stack at least looks a little bigger here on the screen. Hopefully you enjoyed some not just NASCAR ones. Thank you all for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. And as always, go Cubs, go.